Hong Kong has gone from being the economic pearl of the Orient to the face of the fight for democracy. But the faces of those trying to wrest control from Beijing's grasp are masked, and the democratic means they're using wouldn't be out of place in Hollywood horror film The Purge.
For all the hatred and violence.
The film's premise is that once a year, for 12 hours only, all crimes are allowed. Murder, theft, arson, rape, you name it, you've got a free pass. And that because of this small window to release all your rage, the country becomes crime-free for the other 364 days. It's a small sacrifice for the wider peace and stability. And in scenes eerily similar to the film's opening, Hong Kong apparently had a purge of its own.
This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the annual Purge. At the siren, all emergency services will be suspended for 12 hours.
Violence that they keep up inside them.
Just remember all the good the Purge does.
We'll be fine just like always, no worries, okay?
OK, it was a hoax, but it was a hoax that actually wasn't that far from the reality of the chaotic mania gripping the streets of Hong Kong.
Hong Kong had a very dark night because of the extreme acts of the rioters. The city is now semi-paralyzed. Everyone is worried or even afraid.
Shops looted, buildings burned, the metro disrupted for the first time in over 20 years. Shopping centres, food shops and banks closed down, fearing more violence from the vandals. A city which was renowned for its efficiency and convenience is now mired in confusion and disorder. The instability has spooked the markets and seen Hong Kong's retail sales suffer their biggest drop on record. And while the city's millionaires are packing their suitcases, for those who can't just rustle up €1 million to get a fast-track residency abroad, the options are limited.
We can't go anywhere. We came from mainland China and we didn't know the stations were closed, so now we can't get back. It's a big problem.
Public transport is for everyone. A decision to open or close a station cannot be political. It affects everyone's daily life.
Everything, the situations, actually. Yeah, afraid of situations. Not only police. Frustrating because all of them are closed. Yeah, actually, it really affects our daily life.
Just close the entire thing anyway, so yeah, I think that's kind of ridiculous.
Now, there are those who will say the film shows scenes of senseless violence, while the protesters are engaged in a campaign of peaceful civil disobedience. And while, of course, no image shows the full picture, for this undercover police officer who was beaten and burnt with petrol bombs by an incensed mob, the line is probably a bit more blurred. With the lenses of the international media zoomed in on the region, there's no shortage of scenes just like this. And don't worry, if it's a slow day, they're more than willing to lend a helping hand to spice up the show. The Purge in the film lasts 12 hours. In Hong Kong, we're 17 weeks and counting. And as those on both sides of the barricades refuse to back down, a resolution seems far off.
So there is no endgame. That's the infinity war that Hong Kong people are willing to engage in.
As businesses are crushed, as fires burn, and as people are forced to pick sides, claims that it's all in the name of peace and democracy are increasingly wearing thin.